California voters could legalize sports betting this November. I'm Jonathan Bloom, and here's what to know. There are two measures on the ballot, Props 26 and 27. 26 is backed by Native American tribes, and it would legalize sports betting in person at tribal casinos and privately owned racetracks. 27 is backed by online sports betting companies, and it would legalize sports betting online. If both pass, there could be a court battle to decide if they both go into effect or only one of them, whichever wins by the biggest margin. This all started in 2018 when the U.S. Supreme Court overturned a ban on sports betting, paving the way for states to legalize it one at a time. So far, it's become legal in more than 30 states, and if California follows suit, it would become the second biggest sports betting market in the world, right after the UK. That's why this is already the most expensive ballot measure campaign in state history, with fundraising on all sides totaling more than $367 million and counting. Supporters of Prop 26 say that's the one that benefits the tribes. It lets them keep control over gambling in the state, add craps and roulette tables to their casinos, and it could also breathe new life into the horse racing industry, since you could place bets on football or baseball at a racetrack. It could generate tens of millions in annual tax dollars for the state. Opponents say people shouldn't have to drive to a casino or a racetrack to place a bet. Since it doesn't allow online betting, they say people will keep betting online illegally with offshore websites, and they point out some of the fine print makes it easier for tribes to sue card rooms, and that could put some card rooms out of business. Prop 27 supporters say it legalizes and taxes something with broad public support. Online betting is already allowed in about 2/3 of the states where sports betting is legal. It could bring the state up to $500 million in tax revenue each year, with most of it earmarked for homelessness. Opponents say Prop 27 would let big out-of-state gambling corporations take money and power away from Native American tribes. They say the money for homelessness would be a drop in the bucket to the billions the state already spends. And they say both props, but especially this one, would make it too easy for people prone to gambling addiction to get themselves into real trouble. These campaigns are expensive, and here's the breakdown. For Prop 26, supporters have raised more than $61 million with support from 27 tribes, the NAACP, the state treasurer, and the lieutenant governor. The no side has raised more than $64 million, with newspapers, including the Mercury News and the LA Times, along with the state's Republican Party, saying they're against it. Prop 27 has even bigger money, more than $200 million raised on the yes side, backed by companies like DraftKings and FanDuel, with support from the mayors of Oakland and Sacramento and Major League Baseball. The committee against Prop 27 has raised $41 million, but that number jumps to more than $102 million when you add in the Yes on 26 funds, since they're actively campaigning against Prop 27. Both the Republican and Democratic parties have come out against it, along with the LA Times and the Mercury News. But what about voters? Well, they don't seem to like it either. In a mid-September poll, just 34% of likely voters were in favor of Prop 27 and 54% opposed it. That poll did not include Prop 26, but we'll find out what voters decide when we see you on election night.